Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Y'all, let's jump into our reaction for today. Yeah. Now, y'all, I ain't trying to take up for David. I'm not trying to take up for David or nothing like that. Y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you get your membership. The membership ain't for $3. Okay. Y'all about to get paid now. Y'all can't get your membership. Get your membership. But y'all, I'm gonna tell you something. We're gonna go over some things. It just been on my mind about this case, so I decided to go live, y'all. If y'all want to donate to the channel, and if y'all want to continue with this kind of live stream, it's $45 a month. So I'm not gonna keep paying. I'm not gonna pay for it if I don't get many folks than I do when I go another way of live streaming. Okay, this is not cheap. This costs money. All right, y'all. So what I want to do, I hope Demetrius come in with me, get on the panel with me, because I want to go back and find out what to do if you're being investigated but not charged. Because I don't think it's fair for David, D4VD, better known as David. Well, David, better known as D4VD, hasn't been charged or arrested. Why are y'all canceling? I know I canceled the investigation, canceled his money. So I looked up some information about this, y'all. So we're gonna go over that right quick. Oh, Lord have mercy. And another thing I want to say, don't pay me no attention by laughing. I just be tripping out folks and what's going on. Also, I want to do TMZ. If this supposed to be TMZ, always be the first one when it come down to invest. Being out on a route, doing a case, figuring out a case. They used to be the first one, but they are having so difficulty in trying to solve this investigation. I heard one time it's supposed to be their anniversary, so I'm trying to figure out what is it that we do and don't know about this case, because we're accusing someone that has not been charged or arrested yet. So I looked up something. I'm not good with the law, but I did look up something for you all from Lindsay Dimmers. Okay, and I had to look this up because I'm not good with the law, but I don't even fool around with the law. I just do what I'm supposed to do. What to do if you're being investigated but not charged in David's case? Find out you're under investigation can be one of the most confusing, like it doing me, and I'm not even under investigation. Confusing and unsettling experiences a person can face. There are no formal charges, no arrest record, and in some cases, no clear indication of what the investigation is about. But we do know clearly what the investigation is about. Yet the weight of uncertainty, the fear of what might come next. See, I want to know what's going to come next for David, D4VD. And the impact it can have on your personal, professional life can be overwhelming. So I can feel David right now. David has lost money. David has lost money. Suppose David D4VD didn't do anything. He hasn't been charged yet or nothing like that. Nothing. But y'all stopping him from making his money, his living. He is in a it's just weird. So many people, it went on, like I said, many people are unsure of their rights in this stage. Okay, and even few understand how to navigate such a delicate situation. The instinct may be to stay quiet. And lately, David has been quiet. He's doing what his attorney is telling him to do. So the instincts may be to stay quiet, try to figure things out alone, or hope it all goes away. But when law enforcement or government agency are quietly building a case, the decision made during this time can influence everything that follows. Just because charges hasn't been filled doesn't mean the risk isn't real. That's why I asked this question and wanted to talk about it. So David, D4VD, know he had to cancel his shows because this is real. He hasn't been charging it, but this is real to him. He's quiet, like his attorney want him to be quiet until they figure things out. Now, in fact, this is often more critical window of time in which proactive steps can make the biggest differences. Whether you're being contacted by the police, serve a subpoena, or simply heard through unofficial channels that your name has come up, and D4VD name is all over the internet. It's essential to take the situation seriously. An investigation can be the calm before the storm, or the opportunity to prevent the storm altogether. What to do or don't do can significantly affect the outcome of David. David hasn't been charged. So I took the time out to look up this information because so what they doing, all I can hear David doing right now is doing what it's said to. Stay quiet and try to figure things out alone or hope it goes away. So David may be thinking this may go away, y'all. So what I want to come up next, I hope Demetrius come up here. I don't adopt him. So let's go to TMZ. Kind of like said some things that I love TMZ. Don't get me wrong. I always follow TMZ, but this time they haven't complicated. Their investigation has been kind of complicated for them as well. And I know because I used to follow them all the time. They used to be the first one to solve the crime. Now I want to go to TMZ. Let me bring which one I say I want to do. This one. TMZ said some things. Is this the one? Hold on. Is this the one? Okay, I think it's this one. I think it's this one I want to go to. I'm not sure. Is it this one? That one. Let me see. I think it's this one I want to do. I don't know. Is it this one I want to do or them? Hold on. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Let me turn the music up for a minute. Because I want y'all to hear this. Yeah. I think they ain't got enough possible cause for David yet. They are still investigating. Now, I think this is one I want to do on TMZ. Let me see.
Searching the house he was apparently staying at and walking out with what may well be evidence. Right.
Let me see.
If there was any doubt, we've been telling you
No, I want to go to this one first. I think it's this one. I think it's this one. I'm not sure.
Who was found dead in the trunk of Singer David's car. To start with, what is clear is that the authorities.
Now, pay attention. Now, I'm not knocking TMZ because I love them. I love them because they used to be the first one on the scene. They used to be the first one to get everything right. They used to be the first one that know everything. They used to be the first one that the cops would talk to first. But they haven't, it's a challenge going on right now with what's going on with them investigating this case. They're not getting too much information. They are doing what we're doing, and we kind of like in ahead of TMZ. But they're being careful because they don't want to get sued. Okay. Now, pay attention what they say. They say one thing, but then they saying another thing. And I'm listening to them, but listen to this, and then I'm gonna stop it. First, 1 minute they say it's not foul play. 1 minute say it is foul play. They don't know what to say.
Authorities have not yet determined how she died, and that is going to be a critical component. Was it foul play or some other cause? Right. Well, the death certificate was released today by the LA County Medical Examiner's Office, and it reveals something very interesting. It addresses.
And you know what kind of strange, y'all? And this, I don't like this. It's because, and I'm reading this thing right here. It said this is not a valid document to establish identity. Why is this paperwork that TMZ is going to show y'all? But read what it says on there. This what negotiable, not a violence document. Y'all got to read stuff. See, the information they're giving to us, this is not violent. No. So why would they say that this is the quickest, but it's the most complicated case? And how they got a death certificate already, and then we can't even get a death certificate on all the other cases. This is the quickest death certificate I ever seen. So I'm curious about this death certificate right here because it's not. It said it's not a valid. It's like they looked it up and found one and said, "Oh, y'all died. We TMZ. Listen to us. We got all the answers." Allegedly.
Long-standing rumors about this case, yes, about Celeste being pregnant. The ME's office says she was not pregnant at the time of death. And then the other thing we were looking for here was that cause of death, which we don't. Critical.
Yeah, what they say. Listen to this.
Because listen, if it's not foul play.
Okay. What you mean by it's not foul play? Why it's not foul play? Somebody put their body in. They people. They talking like she put her own body in the trunk in a plastic bag and chopped it up.
It could be a drug overdose. It could be natural causes. Right. And then that the body was cut up after. But then there's no homicide. Right. And so they don't even.
Y'all see how the law is. Y'all see how the law is. Regardless of what happened to that body, it done been cut up and everything. Somebody is. Did you know what this seemed like, y'all? I don't want to say it. Seemed like police work to me, allegedly. Because how you gonna have a body that chopped up and you ain't charging nobody for it? So that's what we're doing now. The chainsaw massacre, whatever it is. So that's how we're gonna do this case.
Even know for sure whether there's a homicide, and the medical examiner is still trying to determine what caused Celeste to die. Right.
If he's gonna determine, if the medical examiner hasn't determined determine how Celeste died, why did y'all give the parents the body? Why did y'all give the parents the body? Is I missing something? Why did they give the parents the body, y'all? If they haven't determined, if they can't determine, or they can't determine.
On the death certificate, it says deferred as far as cause of death and manner of death. There are toxicology reports that usually take a couple of months, and since the body has been returned to the family, the only thing that would seem to be outstanding that's major are these toxicology results. Right. And like you were saying, Harvey, it's critical.
How you gonna do a toxicology report and you don't get the fault the body? What is going on?
Because I talked to the police this morning. They need that component. It's a huge component. How did she die? They don't know yet. There's only so much they can do in their investigation. So at this point, they're not looking for a person of interest. They're not looking for a suspect because they don't know that there will be one. What's interesting.
What you mean by you don't know if it will be a suspect? Somebody did this to this girl, and you talking about y'all mean that it might not be. You know what? First of all, nationality got a lot to play with this. To allegedly, to me, it does, because you trying to tell us that nothing is gonna be done about it. You know what, y'all? I'm gonna be fair with y'all. I don't even think David did this. I really think that the uncle, the cousin, or somebody in the family could have did this. Who knows? Because you had a 13-year-old girl running away, just run away. She gonna mention later on in the video that her boyfriend said that she don't like her mom and daddy. She don't like her mama. She want to get away from there. Something in the house made that girl run away. Somebody want her back in there. Somebody want her back scared that she gonna tell something, allegedly. But I don't understand it.
About that though is that there are certain markers that would tell you right away, is it foul play? I mean stab wounds, there's a gunshot, a strangulation. But the body was such awful shape. I mean, she could have been identified through dental work for all we know. But even if she didn't die of foul play, there's foul play here. I mean, the body was dismembered.
Daddy saying it's foul play. Now they said there's foul play here. First, you just told us it wasn't foul play here. Now you're trying to tell the other dude that it is foul play. So you know it's foul play. She didn't do it to herself. That's not fair, y'all. I don't care what's her nationality is. What else? Whether they don't, if they are illegal here over here in the United States, are they legal here? Oh, are they legal here? Is the mom and the dad illegal over here? Cousin, the cousin, the uncle. It seems like it's more. It look like to me they put it on her family. And if he's not supposed to be over here illegal, they ain't gonna. They're not gonna do nothing about this. But what they gonna do about David?
But
Oh man, y'all crazy. What are we doing? Halloween? We doing a costume party or something? Yeah. Loud, is it a murder or is it what? So y'all need to let all them dudes, all them get those so-called serial killers, who y'all said that they killed somebody, unalive somebody out of jail. If y'all can't figure this case out, you mean to tell me all this evidence and nobody locked up?
Very disturbing. Both very disturbing, but one way worse than the other, undeniably.
We know that this is a complicated, and my source used that word, complicated case. They're going over all the evidence they have, going over everything they found in the Tesla, data for video, and they're trying to figure out what exactly is going on.
This is the easiest case to solve to me. This is the easiest case because y'all already know what happened. Somebody already know what happened. Investigators already know. Got to know what's already happened. It seems like somebody built a case study, and trying to get us to break our brains out to try to figure out what really went on, what's going on here.
This is where it gets really interesting. They called it a complicated case, and they have data. If you see, now they have cameras in these Teslas. If you could see somebody walking up to the Tesla with a bag that they then placed in the car, it seems like that's the person you got to.
No, I got to get
complicated. Right. That part doesn't seem complicated. There's something more.
What you doing tomorrow?
They actually have data from the Tesla, right?
Let her come back. Excuse me, y'all. I'll talk to my niece. My niece, very important card.
That includes the data.
They didn't have to go to Tesla.
Correct, and they're going through all of that to see if it will yield.
Number one, this is not a complicated case. You all got all of this technology. LAPD has all of this technology, and you're going to tell me that this is a complicated case? What are y'all doing? What's going on? What's really going on? You got cameras everywhere in Hollywood. You got cameras on the car. The car moved. What's the problem with David? If y'all not gonna charge David with nothing or anything like that, let the man go make his money. Y'all stopping him from making his money.
They don't know yet exactly what all is there. They are still going through.
The one thing they also to us that I think is really relevant is they are examining the relationship between Celeste and David.
Well, that's correct.
Yeah, I mean, this is something that everyone has been talking about also because she was.
Why y'all worrying about that though? That's not important. That important to me is how that baby body get in that plastic bag in the back of that car. She didn't let the trunk open and put herself in there. Come on, y'all. Just come out and tell us what's going on. What y'all doing?
14 at the time of her death. How much did David know about her actual age? And what was the actual nature of the relationship?
Now, to be honest with y'all, see how we've been well, I was just about to make up a word, visualize the wrong way. I heard that this not even what I researched, that this is not even Celeste right here. Allegedly, this is not Celeste right here. This is not Celeste Rivers. This is Rivers, but this is not the Celeste that the 13-year-old. No way he'd be sitting on live with a 13-year-old girl who is missing, y'all. It's no way. It's no way. I don't believe that girl right there is that we're looking at right now. I don't believe that's Celeste. I don't. I don't believe that is the Celeste that's 13. Because I don't think that a 20-year-old man will be sitting right here on national computer. On computer. Here we go again. Technology. With a 13-year-old girl. I just don't believe he did that. I don't think he that like that. I think he got more sense in that.
We've spoken to people who partied with them who said that they certainly presented as boyfriend and girlfriend. Yeah. And they were shocked that she was that age. They thought she was a student at USC, 18 or 19. Right. So look, here's where we
She
are.
probably is if it's too Celeste. Maybe this other Celeste is a college student. They trying to confuse y'all for some reason. I don't know why. It seemed like to me it's more like a case study. They put a case out there and let y'all study it think. Because to be honest with you, it's two girls. I don't care if that girl says she ain't got nothing to do with it. It's still two girls. And y'all are getting confused with the names. The 23-year-old probably was in college. I was 23 in college. But I know that the other girl was in middle school. Because we're going to hear from her boyfriend later.
Now, they are waiting, and I got to say, I'm a little bit confused that if the body is decomposed and they can't see physically what it is that caused her death, I'm not sure a toxicology report necessarily shows that. The toxicology doesn't show if somebody's strangled. Right. It just doesn't. What more are they going to determine from toxicology that would lead to the manner of death? Certainly, I don't think toxicology is going to show manner of death. I guess it could show for overdose. Right. It could for overdose. Right. But again, we don't know. And I don't know whether there are enzymes still or some way, if there's a heart attack or something like that. But they're just saying, we don't know. And I think it's so interesting. They're saying this is complicated. And it brings...
This don't even make sense what y'all saying. Still, y'all just saying that her arm was detached. But she do have a hard long. She have a body part was in the trunk. Her body part was in the trunk. It was just about her arm. They could have still did a toxicology report on her. Because when you do the body, you're going to cut the body up anyway. Duh.
Something that I was talking to Mark Daragus about on our Two Angry Men podcast, which is, and I'm not, again, we don't know who did it, what happened, if anybody did it, but there are a lot of people saying it had to be David.
What is you talking about if anybody did it? You don't know if anybody did it. Somebody did do it. Somebody did this. She didn't do it to herself. You talking about if anybody doing that, you talk like it's Halloween. Come on, dude.
And people are saying it just had to be David. And we talked about this in the podcast that you got to be careful here because what if David is, and again, these are hypotheticals, what if David is being framed? I mean, how easy would it be to say he's dating this 14-year-old girl, he's writing songs about her, so you put her in a Tesla parked right by his house. Put it in his Tesla. Right. Right by his house. Right. And you leave it there and abandon it, knowing it's going to be found.
Can I ask y'all something? Could it be this? That with that Tesla? I'm just hypothetical thinking. I'm a critical thinker, so I'm going to think outside the box. Now, suppose David don't drive that Tesla. He sold that Tesla to somebody that drives that Tesla now. And they know David because they bought the car from David. He sold it to somebody out there Celeste lived. Maybe he sold them the Tesla, and somebody out there where she lives, because they could have put her body in that cart. I guarantee you at the end it's gonna be where he sold that Tesla to somebody. Instead of where did they steal the Tesla from if they stole this Tesla? The Tesla. Because that don't make sense to put a Tesla around the corner from the boy house. That means that you took my girl from me. I love her. I'm through with her. They call her out of her name when they did this to her. And I think with the built up dirt on that Tesla, it came from where she lived. So is this cartels or is this hustling? What's going on in here? It's like a business. Like, but David seemed like to me he sold the car to someone. And they jealous. It's a jealous person in here.
Do that. I get your point that that looks far too obvious, right? Yeah, it's so on the nose that it.
Why settle for a routine when you can indulge in a ritual? Start.
I think they trying to solve the case. I think somebody gave them TMZ a case study.
Well, again, we always say that, but we're talking about someone. You're putting rational thought on someone who's done the most irrational thing. So yes, whoever it is that did it, you can't necessarily assume that they are thinking rationally. And here's the problem I have with that. The LAPD is now saying the body was there for several weeks. Yes. Now, again, we don't know when the body was put in the Tesla. The car was there for several weeks, and I think they may be making an assumption it was in that trunk for the 2 weeks that the car was parked there. But maybe it went in the car, and if it's in there for 2 weeks, you're right that somebody who does something that horrendous might be out of their head and they just leave it. But then there are 2 weeks to move that car. Why wasn't it? Well, I mean, the other part of this is that David was out of town for a good portion, if not, well, actually, definitely most of August. We know he was on tour as of the beginning of the month, but not that far from LA. But the early dates were not far from LA. They were in San Diego area, San Francisco, and Phoenix. Right. All areas that you can easily, within a day or less, get back to LA. So, and the other thing, I don't know if those work as great alibis for him, but it complicates things, right? One other thing that I was told the day after the body was found, and this is a quote, a lot of people had access to that Tesla. That's from somebody connected to all of this.
Okay. Why would someone tell him, and he's not an investigator, that everybody had their hands on this Tesla? Everybody had their hand on this Tesla. They talking as if it's not David Tesla. That's how they talking, like it's not David's Tesla, it's someone else's Tesla. But that Tad does say David. The Tad do say David. Texas. David got other cars, y'all, beside the Tesla. Did he sell it? The Tesla to somebody, some kin to Celeste. Okay, now I want to take this down. Y'all know how I do, take them down. And I want to go here. And the reason why I want to go here. I want to go here. Here we have all the dates that are coming up on his shows, which has been canceled. Cancel out. Hold on, y'all. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the show's been canceled. Hold on for a minute, guys. Okay. Let's start with this first date. Let's start. Let's look at this first date. Hold on, God. Hold on for a second. There you go. That's what I was looking for. Okay. October the 18th. He already done canceled it. From $66. Them tickets high. Good money. $202, $225. They got their money back. August the 20th, London, United Kingdom. Boy, that boy right there was getting paid. $124 ticket. That money, that ain't nothing to them. And then he was gonna come back on the 21st to the same spot to London. Then he brought the tickets down since it's gonna be a 1 day $94. These folk got their money back from Ticketmaster. Australia. Now look at the dates, y'all, that coming up in December, which he already canceled. See, I didn't know he had already canceled it until I just read something that I'm gonna show y'all. December, the December date, I didn't even know that they had been canceled. So he can't do none of these shows. This is some money. Suppose David losing money and he don't have nothing to do with it. Suppose he lose money and that's not his Tesla, but the tab will change. I mean, anything. I'm just looking at anything. God, $262, $289. Boy, these singles be making some money. Okay, and then he got the 13, and he had also after December they had canceled everything, but then you got March coming up, March the 13th. Are they gonna let him do that? It said visit his site. Next year he got one in March. You think he gonna be able to do that one, y'all? Kind of early to tell. Then put him on this one period. So we're gonna close this one out. Where he gonna get hit? That one I'm looking at. It's a fair. He had been arrested, but I told him I got confused. France and Portland, and the handful of shows he had for Australia in December are still available for purchase. But I heard he had canceled everything. Everything canceled. It don't say canceled, but it don't say none of these right here canceled. Nothing. This is page. David is booked. Oh wow, right here. Oh man, when they took that November dates, I ain't seen that about November. He got dates 1, 2 on November the first, second, and fourth. But I guess they counted that one in November. I'm not sure. It said the pre-sale start Wednesday. Oh, but that's when it was April the 23rd. That was in April. Now, y'all, let's go back and look at this. Let me move this out of the way right quick. Let me move this one out the way. Let me move. I want to keep this. Okay. When her body was found, it was on September the 8th. For her body to be decomposed like that, he already Wednesday, April the 23rd at 10 a.m. at a local. He signed, he was on a tour, April, May. Where is this girl? Where is this little girl at? Where is this young lady? Not young lady, where's the little girl at? But he didn't start here too until August. But the tickets went on sale in April. Every song exclusively by me on my phone, baby. David said that y'all need to start lying on him. Oh, Demetrius. Hey, baby, I want you to come up here. Hold on. I've been waiting on you. I want you to come up here. I've been waiting on you. Hold on, Demetrius. I've been waiting on you. I don't cover so much. Hold on, I want to put you up here with me. You know you're my son. I got to put my son on him. Okay, let me see. Okay. Here you go, baby. Hit that link and come up here with me, David. Not Dave. I keep calling Demetrius David. Good jeez. And then I'm going to go back. Hit the link, Demetrius, so I can keep going. I got to keep going. I can't stop. Okay. Tell me if you're here now. I can look right there. Okay. Where were I? I was where I was, y'all. Was I right? Okay, right here, y'all. David. David said, every song written exclusive. It's a lot that you can do on your phone. So this is a passion project I put together to make sure I didn't lose the raw emotional weight my music carries and how much it means to you all. I don't understand David on this. I don't understand it. Thank you all, the friends who collaborated with me on this. Everyone ate their verse up. Hmm. It's strange how it's. I get a message. I'm getting a message from this whole ordeal. I'm getting a whole message that somebody took this man's story, his life story, and made it come alive. Somebody took his thriller, or he could have did it. I don't know, and made it come alive. Where they can go to court about this. That's why they usually use these young folks' music, their raps. When they have recos, this is what they do. They take what David got right here and put it in a reco. Right now, they telling me that David ain't got nothing to do with it. Okay, let's go here. He said, exclusively by me on my phone, baby. This is a passion project. So that body on the stage is a passion project? Ooh, that's scary. Scary. I started media training. This was 3 weeks ago, y'all. I started media training tomorrow, guys. Wish me luck. What is media training? Hold on. Where did that media training? So while we talking about David doing good for himself, he in media training. That was 3 weeks ago. So I still want to know what it means. Okay. Media training prepares individuals and organizations for interactions with the media by teaching them to communicate effectively, control the narrative, and confidentially handle interview. So David wants to do interviews. The key benefit includes improved communication, increased confidences, and the ability to manage tough questions. Oh, okay, go on, David. David is smart. David trying to get a business going on while y'all playing around. So that's what he put up to him 3 weeks ago. I think David mentally going through something. David also said the first official Fortnite anthem, Locked and Load, is out now. Just in time for the global championship. Listen everywhere and watch the full video on YouTube. This boy right here, hustler gone bad. Okay. 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 Said David tomorrow. Hold on, y'all. I think David's smart, and somebody don't like David. They could be hating on the boy. He probably sold. I think he sold that Tesla to somebody. I don't know. I ain't putting that past these young folks. Okay, let me go here. He said that tomorrow, David and Fortnite. Wait a minute, I already said that. No, I didn't. David and Fortnite anthem. We talked about that the other day. Music video drops on all platforms at 5 p.m. That was 4 weeks ago. I start making music for my Fortnite market 3 years ago. Man, this is crazy. Who is this? Want Lil Uzi verse? Say it louder for the people in the back. No, for real. Okay. I think the boy's smart, y'all. But heck, now I want to go here. I want to go here. Now, LAPD is saying this. This is from News Nation. We know for sure that Celeste Rivers Hernandez died, and someone placed her body in the front trunk area of David Burt Tesla. So they're still calling that Tesla David. So David, the reason why I'm going to say it's your Tesla, because the LAPE said that you are the owner of that Tesla. So that I got to change what I say. That Tesla belongs to David Burks. We know that the Tesla had been parked at the location from which it was towed for several weeks. So it is very likely Celeste Hernandez had been unalive. It is very unlikely. It is very likely, I apologize, y'all. It is very likely Celeste Rivers Hernandez had been unalive several weeks prior to the body being discovered. Now, y'all, let me share something with y'all. August, the man was on a trip. July and June and July, he was doing something. He was doing something. Where was this underage girl? Where was this underage girl in June and July? Because he's preparing to leave. In August, not too far from Hollywood. Why isn't she with him? We got to stick with that. That's something we got to stick with, y'all. Now, why LAPD? Something ain't right with this case, y'all. David is David Tesla. David has been investigated. He been cooperative with the LAPD. He has an attorney. He has not been accused yet. But who put that body in that boy car? They know who put that body in that car. They know who did that. They know who was driving the Tesla. It didn't drive by itself. That's why I want to know why did they put this case out like this? It's just weird how the case came out. Now I want you to hear what he said right here. I'm just going over some things that he said because it's just weird.
Long Celeste's body was in that Tesla?
That is a big question at this point, Ashley. What we do know is that the car was impounded on the 5th of September. The police discovered...
Okay. What? The car was impounded on the 5th of September. Okay. Okay. Okay, y'all. Hold on for me. Hold on. Let's see a bit. Oh, I threw that paper away. God dog it. Okay, the car was impounded, y'all. Let's do this timeline mentally. In our brain on the 5th. So that means that the car was impounded on a Saturday or Friday. I'm not sure. I'm not looking at a calendar now. Okay, we're gonna go over what you said, the 5th.
The body in the Tesla on the 8th of September.
The body in the Tesla on the 8th. If the body is in pound, if the body is in pound, it's not on the street. It's not around the corner. Okay? The body is off the street, is in a tow yard.
September. Now, we also know that the car had been.
Hold on.
We also know that the car had been abandoned on that street in Hollywood Hills for at least 3 days.
Hold on, cause he going backwards. He climbing the step backwards. He climbing the step backwards. And when I say that, that means that he coming up the stairs from the back end instead of the front end. Okay.
On the 5th of September, the police discovered the body in the Tesla on the 8th of September.
So if the police discovered the body in the trunk on the 8th, who at the toll y'all put the body in the trunk? Who at the y'all think about what he just said. Think about what he just said, y'all. I know y'all don't like to think, but I'm a critical thinker. I like to think. Listen to what he said. Just listen to what he just said. This listen to what he said.
Charles, it's good to have you. Do we know how long Celeste's body was in that Tesla?
That is a big question at this point, Ashley. What we do know is that the car was impounded on the 5th of September. The police discovered the body in the Tesla on the 8th of September.
Okay, if the police found the body in the Tesla on the 8th, y'all, the body was already at the tow yard in pound on the 5th. So you got the 5th, 6th, 7, and 8. 6, 7, and 8. That body in that trunk the whole time, them people that told y'all don't know yet. Because it was on the 5th, the body was already at the tote play. See, this is not how I was thinking that the body was. This is not what I was thinking, what he just said. So when they towed that car, they didn't know that a body was in there 3 days. When they towed it on the 5th, 6, 7, 8. She was 14 when this happened to her. So on the 8th, she been in that trunk the whole time on the 5th. We don't know this. See, that's where the confusion is. We don't know when did they put that body in that trunk. I think somebody else out there came out there with a car. Because you can buy parts at a tow yard.
September.
You can find body part, well, car parts. Let me clear that up. Car parts.
Now, we also know that the car had been abandoned on that street in the Hollywood Hills for at least 3 days.
What 3 days you gonna give us? Because if y'all picked it up on the 5th, the car was there on the, y'all picked it up on the 5th, 5th, 4, and 3. So the car was there from Labor Day to the 5th, because it wasn't there on the 6th, 7th, 8th. Okay, now I'm getting a time. I'm giving y'all a timeline. Okay.
Before it was impounded, we've also spoken to neighbors in that area who said that there were people who had walked by the car and had noticed a bad odor, and that they kind of thought it was either a dead animal somewhere.
Okay, if the people walked past the car and thought it was a dead animal, what in the world did the toll people think? Because this is their job. This is an everyday job for them, for the toll drivers. They should have smelt it. If anybody else smelt it on the filth, they should have smelt something coming from the trunk and opened that trunk up. I'm talking about the tow driver. If those people smelt it before they picked it up, then they should have smelt it.
Either under the car or near the car, but when they called the police to report this car abandoned, they didn't mention the odor. They just thought it was a dead animal somewhere in the area. And then, of course, the police had the car in the impound yard for a couple of days before suddenly someone there was like, yeah, there's something off here. And that's when they opened that front hatch on the Tesla and found the bag.
But now this is crazy. This is crazy to even say that. It's because if people smelled there's something smelled like it was dead, who are these people that towed that truck, that car to that tow place? Because y'all had to smell the smell that everybody in the world smelled coming over there. Y'all had to smell it, that car when y'all let that car off of that Tesla off of that thing. Y'all should have known to look in that trunk then. On the 5th when y'all came to tow.
Bag with the body parts.
And they call that the frunk, if I'm not mistaken, in the front of the Tesla. It's like the trunk in the front, so to speak. But that's a really good point of forensic interest, that there was someone who noticed something that didn't smell right when the car was abandoned on that California street. So that would indicate that the body was in there probably prior to the impound lot. Are they able to determine how Celeste died at the point?
The medical examiner has said that the cause of death is deferred. They have not been able to figure it out at this point, and there's going to be further toxicology testing. It may just be that, remember, what was put in that bag, the body had been dismembered, and maybe they don't have enough at this point to positively say this was the cause of death. It sounds weird to say they don't have a cause of death because, look, it's LAPD robbery homicide that is investigating. The body being dismembered would lead one to believe that this is a homicide, but they just don't have that forensically yet. They can't say for sure what the cause of death is.
And not to be too graphic, but it's important for the investigation and obviously for the autopsy as well. She was not found in her complete her complete body wasn't found. These were parts, and if I'm not mistaken, was it a head and a torso, and that's it?
Yeah, there was also there were
a head and a torso. What?
You're right, this is just very grisly to say, but I don't know if they had all the limbs. They certainly had some of them, because the police did say that she had this tattoo, which is very interesting. It's something we found out, but she had a tattoo on her right index finger.
Okay, this is the part I want y'all to check this out. First of all, can they determine how long she had that tattoo? Because the tattoo was red. I wonder how long she had that tattoo on her finger. I wondered how long she had that tattoo on her finger, because her mama said, I think her mother said she had a tattoo on her finger. That's what they said.
That said the letters SHHH ...
You said, I want to know how long she had the tattoo. I just said that. I just said that. I swear.
I've spoken to Celeste's mother last week. The police said,
why was her tattoo in red ink? Why was her tattoo in red ink? His tattoo is not in red ink. Hey, KL, you're supposed to speak to me before you came in here. Why is her tattoo in red ink? It matters to me because his not in red. Did somebody just put that tattoo on that girl's finger? But the mom said that she had a tattoo, a red tattoo on her finger. That's what the mom said. Who put that tattoo on that girl's finger? That's who I want to know. Have they spoken to the person who gave her that tattoo? When would I see a picture of that tattoo? That's, you know what? Since you said that, what I'm gonna do? I'm seeking that find. And I'm gonna take this down. Cause we got a couple more things to talk. Let me see a picture. I'm gonna put a picture up there. Hold on. Hold on for me. Like I can't spell. Hold on, y'all, cause I don't be looking when I be typing. There you go. Hold on. But see, that's not her finger. This picture that they showing right here. Hold on. That's not her finger. That's that girlfriend finger. That finger right there, got David on it. That's the girlfriend. That's not right there where she got David. That's the other Celeste finger. Red. Don't confuse yourself. But right here, see, do you see her finger? Oh, y'all ain't got to get. You see it? That's that girl. That's the other Celeste finger that had David on. Her finger don't even, it's not red. That's the Discord. Richard the. They said that David's Discord reacting to Celeste showing her David tattoo, but that's not the Celeste that they think it. No, this says David. It don't say shh. You know what I mean? It don't say. See, she had the shh. The little young girl had the SHAA. If we're gonna go by what TMZ says, but the girl with the ring on her finger is the other girl. We have to take that in consideration. So that's not the girl. That's the other girl finger, saying David. Right. So I'm gonna see if they're gonna show her finger. Somebody said, "Who the F is David?" Ha ha ha. They saying that David is theirs. How is David? You ever plan to go to Massachusetts? That could someone did it. Okay. So we did see the picture of the girl, but she didn't have David on her hand. She had. Let's see, can we find her tattoo? It's nice seeing a few pictures. Oh, so this is a few pictures of her family. That's her and her older sister. That must be her brother or her uncle. Trying to find the tattoo. Hold on. Maybe they'll show the tattoo on here. I don't see no tattoo. They ain't even show the tattoo. There you go. There go. No, that's David's. David tattoo is black. Like I said, it's black. But they won't show hers. Let me see. Do he have it? They ain't even showing her tattoo. I don't understand this.
Examiner identified the body as a 15-year-old Celeste Rivas, who was reported missing in April of last year. She was last seen in Lake Elsinore, CA.
They would not. Let me see if they're gonna show it on here. Hold on one second. I don't even see it. I don't even believe she had that on her finger. They showed ain't showed us her finger yet. Well, I don't see it. I tried to find it for you, but I can't find it. They haven't showed it. I don't see it. Okay, so Now, let me finish my timeline. What I got up there. Um, Now I want to show this. Let me take this one down. Okay, so let me finish out what I want to show y'all today. I want y'all to listen to this.
About this case for a week now, and even though David had remained on tour, that is now upended. He did not. He had to cancel his show that was scheduled for last night, and as Harvey said, now the police are clearly looking at him just to get more information. They have not named him a suspect. They have not even named him a person of interest. But getting this raid, getting a search warrant, you need to show a judge that there is probable cause to believe that a crime was committed.
They do not have a probable cause on David yet. They don't have anything on David yet. Okay?
And the crime that's being investigated right now is homicide. And that's how the LAPD ended up at this doorstep. It is a house rented by his manager. But our staff, if you can just kind of pan around here, our whole staff here in this circle, they've been working on this all day yesterday.
See, that's what I'm saying. The same thing you saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying the same thing you saying. Why? Why David can't go to work? Why y'all stopping him? Why y'all stopping his money? But we talked about that at the beginning of the live. We spoke on that at the beginning of the live. We talked about that at the beginning.
Hey, we got a lot of information. It could not have been very difficult to get a search warrant. I mean, talk about probable cause. Remember, the victim, Celeste Rivas, was found, her body dismembered, and it was found in the car registered to David that we know is his car. Not only is it registered to him, we have photos of him in the car. We've spoken to people in the neighborhood. They've seen the car parked at this house. But the real question is there a connection between David and the victim?
From all of the evidence we have seen, it seems like yes, because the house that you mentioned that was rented by his manager, we know.
Now, see, they not where did TMZ get that from? Because the manager said that he did not rent the house out. He said he has his own house. See, we get all this he said, she said. And like you said, if you don't have nothing on the man, why you can't let him go and do his show? I don't understand. But when she said what she just said right here, they are speculating just like we doing. Because the manager, I'm going to show y'all where the manager said that he was at home with his wife. He don't even stay in the house. Now, somebody ain't telling the truth.
Oh, and we've seen photos of David inside of that house. Specifically, there's a photo of David sitting at a piano. We looked at the photos on Zillow of this same house that was raided yesterday. And
so we know David stayed there. Of course, we know David stayed there, but the manager said he doesn't live there.
It's the same living room that was raided that he was pictured in.
So also, we got a picture of David in Lake Elsinore, which is in Riverside County. It's about 7 miles.
This is what right here. I want to know, did David sell that Tesla to anyone in Lake Elsinore? Did he sell that Tesla to anybody there? Did he sell it to the uncle? Did he sell it to anyone there? Because he know what allegedly what he was about to do or what was going to happen. So that Tesla is my evidence. And I don't like the game that whoever doing this behind this, they playing with that Tesla. So did he go out there and pay for that Tesla? Did he go out there and give them money for that Tesla right there? He did, even if he did sell it, the key on it. They sold, I believe he sold that Tesla to somebody out there, y'all. I'm just saying, because you can sell a car to a person. It's a lot of people sell cars and keep the same tag. I believe somebody sold that car and put that girl in that car from out there in El Salvador and Nor, I'm Salvador, Nor, and put that girl in there and parked that car, made it look like that man did it. That's what I believe happened. I believe he sold it. I believe right now he's selling that car. Them folks don't know what a Tesla is. I didn't know what a Tesla was. I just learned what a Tesla was during the case.
From downtown Los Angeles, far away from where he was living.
And he got money in his hand. And who is this girl right here looking right here? Who is she? And why is he giving him money? I believe he sold it. They trying, I believe what they doing is trying, the investigator is trying their best and their hardest to build a case around David.
And where Celeste is from. It's a 5-minute walk from where Celeste photo where he's saying this parking lot is 5 minutes from her home. Right. So we got that.
So this is 5 minutes away from her home where they standing out there negotiating. Why is he talking to them people out there where she stayed and he's not from out there? Come on, David. You're guilty of something.
And then there are songs.
Well, there's a song in particular, Celeste, that was released. It was an unreleased song that leaked on the internet in 2023. Obviously, her name. And then there's been just a ton of different photos that look like him with a girl that looks like Celeste.
Right. By the way, here's a little bit of.
That's not Celeste right there. Celeste and that girl favor, y'all. David, what are you doing? He said, David, what are you doing? You making yourself look. David's making himself look bad. I wonder why is he doing it though. I'm not gonna accuse him right now. I'm just saying that. And this is not that girl. This is not that. This is that the 23-year-old. This girl right here. They keep saying that it's her, but it's not to me. I'm just gonna say this is not Celeste to me. This is the other Celeste. Celeste. I don't think this is the baby. I think David, the plans were to confuse y'all and use her as a discord person and make them think that he was dating a younger girl. But I think they need to find this girl. They need to find this. I don't care what she say. All these folks, they need a question. She might not know nothing. Nah, that ain't her.
The song Celeste, that unreleased song that you were talking about.
Nah, I can't play the song. Nah. Now let's go to. I don't want to show that. I'm tired of that. Okay, because they kind of like speculating like we doing. Now, I want to show y'all this right here. Just that 23-year-old. Yeah, I think that the middle school, like you said, was jealous of the 23-year-old. And she was deaf. Yeah. I believe that. Today, girl, and she's probably got help. But they hid that, so I don't know where they hid. I don't think it should be hid. I think you need to show that. I think I need to show it, but they block it. It's okay. They blocked it. Moderator blocked it. Okay. Now, let's look at this. This was a day ago. LAPD says the investigation into Celeste Rivers' death and D4VD's involvement remain complicated. And when I looked at that word complicated, it says something like a pause, a hold on it, until they get what they need. That's what I got from what I looked up. That's when I studied that word because I seen a lot. It's like refer to circumstances surrounding a loss that complicated grief. They talking about grief. I don't understand that. Why would they be talking about making it? I ain't never heard that. That my first time y'all ever heard a complicated death. Yeah, they would not be putting a hold up on her case, right? Also, according to TMZ, the LAPD Captain Scott Williams reveals that the department is still working with the LA County medical examiner to determine the cause of death. So they are still working on this case, people. They're going to get down. They trying to do everything they can to take this boy down. They trying to do everything to take him down. Now, so I feel good that TMZ did talk to LAPD Captain Scott Williams. And he revealed that the department is still working with the LA County medical examiner to determine the cause of death. The case cannot be classified as homicide or anything else until then. Okay? So y'all, right now, we just need to slow down and let LAPD investigators do their job while we still do our investigation on our side. But we're not going to accuse him until we can get something on David. That's what they're trying to do, get something on this guy. Now, they cannot classify it as a homicide right now or anything else until the LA County medical examiner determine the cause of death. Now, the investigators continue to process the abandoned Tesla where her body was found, including possible digital video evidence. Williams also clarified reports that her body had been inside the car for weeks. Nothing noting it's an operation theory, not a confirmed fact. They said they are not confirming that it been there. It's not a confirmed fact that the car that body been in the car for weeks. Okay. Now I'm gonna read that in 2 seconds. The LAPD is also investigating a report relationship between Celeste and David, but stress they are not pursuing a suspect or personal interest at this time. They can't do that at this time, y'all, because they still working on that body. Now, I can tell what they're looking for. I would tell y'all what they are looking for within that body, but they don't give the body up. once they cremate that body, I don't know, do they have enough blood or what they need to take David down? Because I think that they should be looking for some type of semen. Whatever they doing, they need to do blood. The blood is something. The fluid in your system is something else. So if they don't get anything out of that, what kind of case will we have? And what would David have to do? That's what I want to know. You said David, they go find, okay, they don't try to find anything or lie on this man. Right. And you know what surprised me about this case so far is they kind of getting this man right here a little leverage, because the reason why leverage, because he's a black man. They would have been on locked him up and held him for being with a 14-year-old girl. See, but this is hearsay. Now the manager really can prove to them and can tell them that 14-year-old, but they saying TMZ just told y'all about the manager. But what manager they are talking about? How many managers do he have? They would have been, they would have been locked him up. So David really getting away with something, because y'all always saying they always put a black man down and lock them up and stuff. They ain't locked him up yet. He ain't locked up yet. So I wonder what they saying now. So if they had anything, they would have been locked David up, y'all. They would have been locked David up a long time ago. They would have been locked him up if they had anything on him. Now let's go on. So see, somebody said what I said. What the heck is complicated, bro? A minute to the whole thing. And then that's what I said. Complicated. How you gonna come up with something that complicated? Hold on for a minute. He admitted to being with a minor. They said that David admitted to you can get on the link, I dropped the link right there. You can go up there and hit the link right there, okay? So I can keep reading, because it's gonna be kind of complicated for me to keep looking at. They said that David admitted to being with a minor, y'all, but not of offing her. Oh, David admit to being with a minor, y'all, but not, what I just brought up just a few minutes ago about the semen in the system. She might actually overdose, but then he still evil is. Okay, hold on, let me bring you up. That's you trying to. Oh, that okay. Here you go. Yeah, show your face. There you go. Okay. Let me go back. Did you hear what I had just said? Reckon what they said? What complicated mean?
Yes.
Yeah, he admit. Wait a minute. Let me get back right here where we were. He admit that he was with a minor, but he said he didn't do nothing with her.
I don't think David had any sex with the girl.
I think that he did. They say he did, but you can't say the sex word. Oh. But they said he admitted to being with a minor, being around, being with her. But he said he didn't do nothing else with her. But she might have actually overdosed. But I don't see why somebody made her do that. I think somebody did that to her.
Most definitely.
Yeah, because she too young to do all that. She don't know about no, but they'll do it. But somebody else did it too. And then he's still evil. That was what they were saying right now. And then somebody said,
the news be confusing me.
But the news ain't saying too much. It's TMZ.
Oh no, what TMZ? That's why I don't like TMZ.
Wow, why you don't like them?
They be doing too much lying.
They usually tell the truth.
Not on this case, they ain't telling the truth.
They ain't telling no. They guessing. And I think we don't put more work mentally in here than them. But see, somebody said right here, David didn't admit to anything. David haven't admitted to. I don't understand why they said that. David hasn't admitted, like you just said, he hasn't admitted to anything. And then, like somebody just said, he didn't admit to anything. Y'all don't know anything how badly her body has been decomposed and dismembered to the point they can't tell how she died. That happened in some cases with somebody. It could take weeks or months to find the cause of death, and that is the truth. I think she died. What you think? Do you think she died last year?
Probably did.
I don't know why I do. I think so too. I
think David owed some people some money and he didn't want to pay up.
I thought so too, but I didn't want to say that. I thought maybe they owed some money on their house. Something happened where that car was. I think he sold that car out there in. I wonder, do he owe the cartels or do he owe anybody some money?
You know, the cartels will come and get you. They don't.
I wonder, did they come and get her?
They might did.
I think they came and got that girl.
Did her family owed them some money and she was around David?
Wow, you know what? You made sense. But David had millions of dollars and he was making money off the shows.
Did that daddy?
If that somebody said, for all we know, someone else could have underlined her and dumped the body. That's what you and I was saying. They have to prove he underlined her. Her body been found in his car means almost nothing.
Most definitely.
That's a paddle though.
They don't know anything.
Right.
I believe if David tried to say something, the cartels might try to come and look for him.
I don't like how they trying to proclaim her as overdose as if she cut off her own head. I don't like how they talking. Cause I don't like how TMZ was trying to explain that, because you can't do that. I don't care if she did overdose, who did her body like that. I think somebody was controlling that girl.
They
did that to that girl.
They definitely did. Talking about David, he did this. If he didn't come out on his own mouth and admit it, you can't say anything.
Right. You can't say he did it. So we're gonna look at let's go to Josh. This is what Josh said. Let me see who it is. Hold on. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Here you go. Okay, yeah. Okay. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Let's look at Josh. Josh said, make sure y'all got it. Josh said, okay, here we go. This video is false and the person is misinformed. This is the only time. Put your mute your phone, baby. Okay, hold on. Okay, I do it. Okay, here we go. All right. Said that this video is false and the person is misinformed. Hey, mute your phone. Mute your mic. Mute your mic, I'm gonna have to drop you because I got to keep talking. I got to keep talking. Okay, thank you so much. Said that this video is false and the person is misinformed. This is the only time Josh said that he would speak on this matter. For now, this has been a tough time for my family. If that's your phone, oh boo. Okay, let me do this. I'm gonna have to do this. Okay. Okay, this has been a tough time. Okay. This is the only time that I speak on the matter. For now, this has been a tough time for my family as I am a father of 3 children. This is his manager speaking, people. This is his manager speaking. Since TMZ said they spoke to somebody, said that the manager lived in that house. No, this guy said no, he doesn't live in the house. He got 3 children. He said, I received no emails and I'm no one's, what he said, room mate. He said he ain't no one roommate. I live full time at home with my wife and kids. My daughter is 14 and this news is affecting so many lives, has affected so many lives. I never received any email. I had zero knowledge of anything, and I don't live in California. Also, I work remotely 90% of the time, and my job doesn't require me to have much interaction with any of my clients. David, as there are many others that work with him on a day-to-day capacity. Not me. This news is a tragic for so many and for her family. I hope the proper authorities get to the bottom of it soon. Let me remind people, a lot of this is speculation and alleged. In the meantime, I am with my family, helping them emotionally get through the news of this tragedy. Oh, he said, y'all, most of this is speculation. What do you mean by that? He said most of this is speculation and alleged. Okay, now I wonder why he said that. Okay. I wonder why he said most of this is speculation and alleged. It makes sense.
David, what you mean is speculation?
Yeah, that wasn't David. That was the manager.
Oh, the manager said that.
Yeah, the manager said that. The manager said that. He said that. Yeah, that's what the man who they claimed that was the manager who moved out the house with him. He's speaking.
How many managers do David have?
That's what I said. Cause right here say a lot of this is speculation and alleged. That's what he said. Now, why he saying alleged? We're supposed to say alleged. Now, lastly, y'all, I want to show y'all this. This is what I want to show my people over here. Now, lastly, I want to show y'all this. This little boy, I call him a little boy. That girl was That little girl was 14 years old when she left here. She was 14 years old. Her body was not 15. She had a birthday, but she didn't live to see her birthday. Listen what the ex-boyfriend from middle school said when he went with a middle school. Let's take a look at this, y'all. And when if your phone if your in your background makes a noise, kind of mute your thing so the people can hear it, okay? Kind of like mute it. Hold on for me. Okay. Can y'all hear now? Okay.
How did you meet Celeste?
Through a friend.
Come on, baby. Come on. You got to mute please mute that so I can go and finish my content. And then we can talk. Please don't keep doing that. Please. Because they can't hear. They want to hear.
How did you meet Celeste?
Oh, I noticed every time I hit play, it does that. I wonder why it's doing that. All right, Kale, hold on for a second. Let me see what's going on. I don't know why I dropped you. I didn't do that.
Through a friend.
Tell me how that whole relationship started.
I guess she liked me or she was looking for someone. And yeah, we started talking.
Listen what this boy said. Yeah, listen to what this boy said. He was introduced to introduced to the young lady through a friend. I don't know. He acting spooky to me. Y'all.
How did you meet Celeste?
Through a friend.
Tell me how that whole relationship started.
I guess she liked me or she was looking for someone. And yeah, we started talking.
What school was this in?
Lakeland Village.
Was she sweet? Was she kind? Was she lovely? What do you remember about her?
She was really kind, and she said she wanted something serious.
And how old were you when you met?
13 or 14.
So, at what point did you feel, or did you hear from Celeste that there were problems at home?
She said how her mom didn't treat her well or whatever.
She said, hold on. Okay, let me put you back up here. What? Kayel, hit the link again. Let me put you back up here. Hit the link again. Kayel, hit the link again. Let me drop the link. Well, anyway, let me see.
Did she talk at all about her relationship with her parents?
Kind of. She just said they were mean or whatever. She didn't like them.
And then you guys broke up, and the next thing you know, you find
She
out.
said she didn't like her mother. She didn't like her parents. They was mean and stuff. But you're gonna say that when you don't let them have their way.
She's involved with this internet sensation David.
Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna happen, like at all. Cause like she was always like so happy and stuff.
What is your last memory that you have of Celeste?
We were at PE, and she told me and my friend that she was running away.
So here we go again with another little girl. Okay, yeah, come back up. Here we go with another case study with a girl in PE class again. I told y'all we be seeing a lot and going on in the gym. We be seeing a lot, us PE teachers. A lot be going on in PE. Okay, Kia, hit that link again. She told them in the PE that she was going to run away.
She was like joking
the school, and like that's the last time I saw her. Did it break your heart that you were not going to be with her? Did you feel upset about losing the relationship? Not really. It was kind of we were like best friends, but it was kind of sad. I wasn't able to like say goodbye, but like see how she was doing and what she ran away. What was your reaction when you saw the breaking news that they found your ex-girlfriend's body in the trunk of his car? My heart dropped. I was like, I don't know. I just can't believe it. But I mean, like I had a feeling when I saw like the first thing. I was like, if it is her, I just like brushed it off. But when I saw it really was, I was like,
I don't think he really like her. I don't think he had any feeling for her. He was young. Y'all gotta remember too now. This young man, this boy right here was young. He was 13 or 14 years old. So he went into girls at that time. Girl probably thought he was cute. You know how that is.
so let me just make sure I understand this correctly. You had seen the news out of Los Angeles that a body was found in his car. Yeah. And you immediately had a sinister thought about Celeste. Yeah, because that's what my friends told me. When the trauma, they identified Celeste, who saw all over the news. Remember that moment for us? Yeah, I was on the way to school, and like she just like showed me, and like I took a picture of it and sent it to my friend. He's like, yeah, I saw it too. It's crazy.
Hold on, y'all. Let me see, can I get a better video? Because I can't understand him. He going too fast for my
In an exclusive interview with TMZ.
At what point did you feel, or did you hear from?
How did you meet Celeste?
This is not a joke.
I just needed.
Hold on, y'all.
Welcome back to TMZ Live.
Tell me how that whole relationship started. She was, I guess, she liked me or she was looking for someone, and yeah, she just we started talking.
She was looking for love. She was looking for love. So I think that y'all in her situation, in that young girl's situation, she was looking for a father figure. She just wants somebody to take care of her. She don't want to be at home anymore.
Or something serious. And how old were you when you met? 13 or 14. So at what point did you feel, or did you hear from Celeste that there were problems at home? She said how her mom didn't treat her well or whatever. She didn't like where she was at. Did she talk at all about her relationship with her parents? Kind of. She just said they were mean or whatever. She didn't like them. And then you guys broke up, and the next thing you know, you find out that she's involved with this internet sensation. I didn't think it was gonna happen, like at all, because like she's always like so happy and stuff. What is your last memory that you have?
I want to know how she happy. He said she be happy and stuff, but then she said she not happy at home. That's weird. How she gonna be happy at school and not happy at home? I don't understand that part.
We were at PE, and she told me and my friend that she was running away, and she said it was because of her parents, and she was like joking about it, and she said she was like happy, like joking like she always was, and like it didn't seem real because like she was like playing around, joking about it, and the next day she wasn't in school, and like that's the last time I saw her. Did it break your heart that you were not going to be with her? Did you feel upset about losing the relationship? Not really. It was kind of.
He said not really. He said, did it break your heart? And he said, not really. Wow. So in other words, like he ain't really care about her. He's so young though. This is a young man. You know, he don't know nothing. He wasn't ready for all that.
We were like best friends, but it was kind of sad. I wasn't able to say goodbye, but like see how she was doing and what she ran away. What was your reaction when you saw the breaking news that they found your ex-girlfriend's body in the trunk of his car? My heart dropped. I was like, I don't know. I just can't believe it. But I mean, I kind of had a feeling when I saw like the first thing.
He said he had a feeling when he saw it. Like he said he had a feeling. That boy right there knows something, y'all. And look how the mama look.
If it is her, I just like brushed it off. But when I saw it really was her, I was like, damn, everything. So let me just make sure I'm understanding this correctly. You had seen the news out of Los Angeles that a body
Well, your friends telling you a whole lot. And you and your friends around about the same age. Why you don't know nothing? Why the friends telling you everything? You saying everything you said that your friend told you. What do you know? What you be doing?
They identified Celeste, who saw all over the news. Can you remember that moment for us?
Yeah, I was on the way to school, and she just showed me, and I took a picture of it and sent it to one of my friends. He's like, "Yeah, I saw it too. It's crazy." I just couldn't believe it.
So this has been the talk in school.
Yeah.
Just the fact that it was someone that my son was so close to at one time, and how everything happened. It's kind of scary. It's so close to home. And if it could happen to her, it could happen to anyone. Everyone just needs to be very careful on social media.
What do you think about at night when this kind of flashes through your mind?
I just think if someone actually did something, when she said she's gonna run away, so I feel like no one cared.
How did you meet Celeste?
Wow. Y'all, I done went through everything that we could go through to talk about this case. Kel, you gone? Well, I appreciate you being here tonight. I done went through everything that I could, y'all. If they don't have nothing against it, they ain't putting that on David. I think that girl took that. I think that she met up. She somehow was stalked. Somebody was stalking her. They stole that car and took that car allegedly. This is alleged. They took that car to Elsinore, Noah. I may be saying it wrong, but you know what I'm saying. Elsinore, Noah, and they took that car down now. They were so angry with her. If she don't get along with her parents, we don't know how far this go. I believe her body could have been, I don't know, her body could have been like that last year. They could have been did this, y'all. And they had to get that body and put that body in a car. And they made sure that it was, David got to tell us who he sold that car to, who he gave that car to. He gave it to somebody. He gave it to somebody. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section. Everything that you saw tonight, put it in a huge puzzle. Because guess what? It's still some pieces missing out this puzzle. There's a lot of pieces missing out of this puzzle. Y'all, I got to go because I gotta get with my game tonight. I got to get with my highway patrol game because I ain't been with my babies in 2 nights. So I got to go and try to find something for them. I love y'all. I ain't gonna lay off this case. Anything I learned or anything else I see, we're gonna dissect it and we're gonna make something out of it. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for joining the panel tonight, Kaya.